Go and open your book to page 295. The lesson is to solve quadratic equations by using the quadratic formula. In Algebra 1, you already know this formula, but you probably didn't know how they get this formula. The quadratic formula is based on completing the square. You know, the lesson we did last time and also the homework we just went over, that's what I did, exactly as steps. Okay? So you got ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0, right? So that's the equation you have. And again, a, b, c are just numbers, right? So this is the generic form, right? So it will work for any equation, right? So just like what we did with the completed square, you minus c on both sides. So you got ax squared plus bx is equal to negative c, right? And then after you have to get rid of the coefficient a, so divide everything by a. So you're going to get x squared plus b over a x equal to minus c over a, right? And then you get your perfect square. So from here, you get x, right? From here, you're going to get plus b over 2a, right? Because remember, this is half of that, okay? So once you get that, you're going to get plus b squared over 4a squared, right? To get that. But if you plus this on this side, you have to plus this on this side, right? So once you add this together, you get your common denominator. So this is going to be equal to, okay, so 4a squared would be your common denominator, right? So from here to here, you need to multiply by 4a, right? So you're going to get minus 4ac, okay? So I'm going to switch things a little bit, okay? Because it looks kind of awkward. So I'm going to switch the terms. So I'm going to have b squared minus 4ac over 4a squared, okay? So my next step is I'm going to take the square root. So when I take the square root, I get x plus b over 2a equal to plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over square root of 4a squared. Okay? Then I'm going to minus the b over 2a. Again, we're not doing anything new. Okay? This is exactly what we did with completing the square, right? That's what that is. So x equal to negative b over 2a plus or minus. Now the square root of that is that you cannot simplify at this point, right? Because there are too many variables. But on the bottom, when you square root of that, you're going to get 2a. And you have common denominator, right? So you're going to get x equal to, on the bottom is going to get 2a. On the top you get minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac. Okay? So that's where the quadratic formula came from. Came from completing the square and solve for x. Right? So again, we already did many times with this already, right? You know, the homework you just turn in, that's what this is. So don't get freaked out when you don't remember the formula. If you don't remember the formula, just do a complete square and then you got it, right? So you need to memorize this equation, but if you don't remember it, just do like what we just did and then that's it. Okay? So let's go and do an example. Okay, so let's go to example 1. So you have 2x squared minus 3x minus 1 equal to 0. So we already divided the equation, right? So in this case, now it's better to go and write down your ABC so your mind does not play tricks on you, especially with the negative numbers. So avoid careless mistakes. Just write down your A, write down your B, write down your C. Okay, so watch for the negative numbers, and then write down the formula. So that way, when you substitute, again, you don't make mistakes. So x equal to negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So that's your formula. Then you do the substitution. Again, do one thing at a time, or else it's very easy to make careless mistakes. And whatever you substitute, put in parentheses so you don't miscounting the negatives, right? So negative b plus or minus b squared minus 4ac over 2a, right? Again, don't try to do any simplification, just substitute only. Then you worry about working it out next. So this will become positive 3. This will become 9 plus 8 over 4. So x equal to 3 plus or minus square root of 17 over 4. And that's it. Now, if this is an integer, then you have to separate the plus from the minus and to simplify your answers. So just be aware of that. Okay? Okay, so let's go and do some practice.